Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of the Red Sea podcast. You can tell it's been a bit because I didn't play the goddamn intro properly, but that's okay. I caught myself after a bit more than a month of episodes, but constant social media information as much as I could and interaction. I can say that I'm finally so happy to be back to hopefully 2 shows a week. And I can say the same for a man who is not here today because this show is gonna be relatively brief, but will hopefully be here tomorrow. And that's of course the man that's been such massive help on this show, and that's Gav, my co-host. Uh, so yeah, finally starting off things as usual. Um, do go follow the show wherever you like. There is a banner as well. I really need to get used to this all again. You will forgive me for today's uh, chaotic organization per se. As you can see, my background is a complete mess as well for today, but that's fine, honestly. Um, of course, my dog is my dog, and my dog will always be a part of this show. So yeah, just happy to be back, and I think you all can hear it in my cracking voice that I am very happy to be back. The weather has been insane today, so I hope a sudden brutal storm doesn't break out again and completely cuts my internet. And I hope you all can hear me well. So, as I was saying, typical stuff to start off the show. Do go follow the show everywhere. This time I made sure to already put the links to the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Spotify of this show up. To which, of course, all these episodes do go up about an hour or two after. There have been some worst case scenarios of an episode going up the next morning uh, over on Spotify, but that's fully on me. I think I've missed one episode going up on Spotify due to technical issues, but that won't happen. We are entering a new season. We are entering this show's first year, first full season, sports season as a club and a brand. Uh, and we are entering our first full year as a brand, of course, of the 100 years of this club. And that's what this return is going to fully mention. That's what the logo is fully mentioning. And that's what we need to focus on, that this should be a celebratory year. And most departments of the club have acted accordingly. So we win all we can and celebrate as much as we deserve this year. So yeah, everything you need regarding the link should be uh, both in the description and in the link tree on the bio. I'm pretty sure everywhere. I think it's everywhere. So yeah, let's get into today. I can't wait for everything that I have planned for this season and this year, and I can't wait to put as much as I can into fruition, and I can't wait to interact more with you guys. Of course, hitting, for me at least, for some people it may seem minuscule, but hitting halfway to 1,000 in Twitter, I'm just baffled by the number 500, and getting well on my way to 400 over on Instagram now at 330, I'm pretty sure. And being one sub away from 60 here. just milestone after milestone in not even half a year of working on the show. And I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you. Αλήθεια σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. And I think that given that it's a new season, I'll explain a bit why this show is English and what's the aim of the show. The show is in English because I am aiming to create a global space for Trilos fans. Trilos fans are everywhere. There are multiple people outside of Greece that follow the show and that interact with the show nearly constantly. So, of course, the show is mainly going to be in English. Εγώ είμαι Πειραιώτης, εγώ είμαι Έλληνας και εννοείται πως οποιοσδήποτε θέλει να μπει, οποιοσδήποτε θέλει να παρακολουθήσει, όπως έχω πει και στο Twitter πολλές φορές, εννοείται πως κανονικά και στα ελληνικά θα γίνεται ό,τι μου ζητηθεί να γίνεται. But this show will mainly be in English. Now, just wanted to touch a bit on the basketball today because, as you all know, I've been mainly playing basketball. My old jerseys are kind of showing there. And I love this sport and I love this department a lot. And where do I even start? I'll focus on the friendly today because I have a lot to say regarding the friendly today. Of course, we won 87 to 83 against Red Star with an incredible showing, especially by Moses Wright, who's looking ever so promising, even more than last time. Uh, and where is he? And Sasha Vazenkov, who finished the game with 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Two Wrights, of course, 25, 10 rebounds, and a steal. But I I can't just get into the friendly without, of course, speaking about, of course, Sasha, who I'll speak about in detail. But I'm pretty sure the last show that was around the end of July, uh, I had spoken on Sasha, and of course, my socials when Sasha came were full of detailed opinions and posts. I love the guy in all its detail. I'm so happy he's back. I was so sad last summer when he left the team, and he is one of my favorite players in general. And he's another reason why I love this sport so much. But having and seeing Evan Fournier in the team, seeing him play, of course, no televised coverage for the game today, but seeing him in the red and white, seeing him play for us is a fever dream come true, I'm sure, for most, if not all, of the Olympiacos fans. Having a player of that talent, that caliber, I don't even know what to touch on. That he said that his favorite player was Papaloukas, that he said that he's been a fan of the team since forever ago. I think it was 2010. Uh, that he wants to give everything to the team, that he wants to kick Panathinaikos' ass in the derbies. The welcome alone, I think, showed the absolute appreciation to not only the player, because the player of that caliber is always gonna be extremely welcome when he comes here. And as the Angelopoulos have said, it is one of the greatest players they have brought in on their tenure here. Um, what else is there to even say, honestly, that's not regarded as self-evident for this player? Of course, we we know a detail that I personally liked a lot, that he said that Olympiacos gave him a massive chance to fall in love with playing basketball again. Olympiacos gave him a chance to compete and live great moments again. He's shown his love to the fans so much already. Of course, we all saw the videos that he posted that I managed to get up, as well the photos and the videos from his welcome where he was just going absolutely nuts with the fans, holding his head in. Honestly, I think I'm here. I don't know what happened. As I told you guys, the weather is bad today, so there may be some cuts. I hope it's not too bad. Uh, but yes, just the appreciation in his welcome, the way he showed that he's enjoying it. Even the shirt, the Sacred Club shirt, which I am getting, by the way. There's no way I'm skipping out on that shirt. Especially if I don't manage to get the football kit, I am getting the Sacred Club shirt. Uh, every single detail you can touch on the story just gets so much more perfect and so much more like a fairy tale. And I'm just so excited for such a fitting squad for our 100 years. Trust this team a lot. Even though, of course, you can't talk about Olympiacos BC and not mention injuries. Petrusev and Ghost should be back, as far as I know, after today's friendly. But of course, the main problems in the team are the constant and more or less unknown troubles that Mustafa Fall has been facing for a while now. And of course, another issue that arose and that made people spread genuine unnecessary hate on our own player. Uh, because of course, Greg fan mindset, as I've been saying from the start, and again, not excluding myself from this. I've fallen in this trap a lot. Greek fan mindset has very short memory, and Greek fan mindset goes way past or way under logic, depending on how you look at it. Is Milutinov's injury, which looks like it may even leave him out for a month or a month and a half. So that's for sure something to think about, and I think that surely solidifies. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Told you, Lord, it's been a while. Uh, that surely solidifies Petrushev staying in the team and not being loaned out anywhere, even though it was really looking like he was gonna be loaned out to Red Star, and especially with the very annoying Red Star president and his press conference answers, but everything's looking just fine. Uh, of course, as I was talking about, Evan Fournier finished the day with 8 assists and just showing how well Wright and Vezenkov did, and just imagining how he was absolutely feeding them. Uh, it's too perfect to think. I can't express in words how properly excited I am for this season. Uh, I will, before continuing in detail, and while my dog, of course, the moment I decide to record an episode alone goes absolutely bananas. Uh, I will go through the stats from today as fast as I can. As I said, Moses Wright with 25 points, 5 out of 6 free throws, 10 out of 13 2 pointers, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. Najmi Trulong finished the game with 3 assists. Laryngitis had 7 with 2 out of 2 two-pointers, 1 three-pointer, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and 5 assists. Very good game by Giannulis. My personal, very underrated signing of this season. Luka Vildoza finished the game with 5, with 1 out of 2 two-pointers, 1 three-pointer out of 2, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Of course, the burning hot Sasha Vezenkov finished the game with 24 with 3 out of 4 free throws, 6 out of 7 two-pointers, 3 out of 6 three-pointers, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Tyler Dorsey finishing the game with 6 with 1 out of 2 free throws, 1 out of 6 two-pointers, 1 out of 4 three-pointers, 2 steals, and 4 assists. Alec finished the game with 4 with 2 out of 2 free throws, 1 two-pointer, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. And this is a man who I'll talk about in detail, as I have many times in the future, honestly. Zach McKissick. Zach McKissick. Zach McKissick. I feel who hears the same shit every summer. Because, as we all know, Zach uh, is a bit of a doubt. Uh, at the start of every season, of course, last season picking up major injury. Uh, but yes, amazing game today. He's looking honestly better than he's ever had, I think, for us at the start of the season. So, of course, he's ready to just shut every single person up for another year. And he finished the game with 16 with 4 out of 8 free throws, 3 out of 3 two-pointers, 2 out of 4 three-pointers, and 1 steal. And Fournier finishing the game with 8 assists. Absolute feeding machine. Uh, all around very, very positive showings, of course, waiting for our missing players to get back as well. I'm, I don't know if I'm delusional or overly positive this year, but I'm not gonna be one of the one of the fans who just straight up absolutely demand that we win everything because I've already been seeing some pure and proper genuine fucking insanity, if you want my opinion about should there be a talk about Barzokas if he fails to win either the EuroLeague or the league with his squad. And I'm gonna come out and say what I said in a comment. There absolutely should not never be a talk about Barzokas as the coach of Olympiacos. For me, Barzokas is one of the definitions of a perfect coach for this club, especially for its 100 years. And I said that if he fails to win either or, there won't be a talk. But if he fails to win neither, which I honestly don't think is a possible scenario, I'm really believing that he can win both this year. I'm really believing that we can make the sweep that all of us desperately want this year. Uh, but if talking about purely hypothetically a scenario happened where he failed to win either, like losing both the EuroLeague and the league, there would be a talk happening, and that would be one of the biggest, biggest mistakes that could ever be a possibility. Of course, just a slight sidetrack about the SNK. I will start uh, the talk about the SNK tomorrow as well. I just don't want to do it alone, and if Gav doesn't join me tomorrow, there will probably be an emergency episode about the new era of the FNK and everything and anything about it. But I do wanna bring up a tweet of got himself that said Jolis and Chimicas seems to be one hell of a lineup, and I'm so excited for this lineup internationally. That's just what I wanted to mention. Now, moving back on to basketball. Pachokas, as I was saying, is more than the perfect coach there is. And I feel like we, with the squad that we have this year and with the expectations that is this year, there has already been a whole new level of toxicity from the fans opposite. Uh, and I feel like we'll see even more inhumane stuff this year. Uh, and I really, really, really hope that people don't give them as much attention as they did last year because they really don't deserve it. Before I move on to the amazing, amazing thing that happened for a legend like Friedrich, I do want to share my EuroLeague predictions, my EuroLeague early predictions for this year, which I of course gave over to Red Point Guard when they asked for predictions over on Twitter. And then I will just talk about Friedrich and what he meant to me as a player, and absolutely all the incredible things that we saw, at least in my opinion, yesterday, and all the so well deserved praise that this man got from everyone. Uh, and then I'll finish it off. Another thing about Evan Fournier. It's the funniest of players. Aside a wonderful player, because I did focus on the the caliber of player that we did bring in, but he seems to be such a wonderful person as well, of course, driving Twitter insane, completely insane, uh, enjoying his souvlaki over at, I think I saw where it was, but yes, just calling souvlaki so incredible, just having uh, having started. How can I say this without underestimating it at all? I'm 20, right? This is the most love I've seen a player get from the fans, even before he's played his first official game. I mean, this was the most love, and it's deservingly so, of course, that I've seen a player get from the club even before he stepped foot in the fucking country. And again, deservingly so. That's why I'm so happy it's all happening this season. And again, congratulations. I feel like it is more than deserved to the Gelopoli for stepping up and bringing both Sasha and Evan and having one of the best summer windows for for basketball, definitely in our recent years, but my opinion in general as well. So, uh, of course, the predictions that I did make, I am gonna get up on the screen. As you saw, Red Point Guard did make a tier list uh, regarding predictions, and they held it from 1 to 6 to 7 to 10 to 11 to 15 to 16 and 17 and to 18. I'll see if I can bring it up uh, on the screen right here. Otherwise, I'll read it out properly. Um, Let me just make sure. I can do this. Hope this doesn't fully lag my entire setup. Jesus, it's taking a bit to load. Oh, that's too small. Christ. Oh, okay. I'll figure it out, I swear. Again, I'll keep reminding you all that I am not a professional. There it is. Yeah, that's more or less my predictions. Uh, of course, the bias is in there, but as I told you all, I don't know if I'm just very hopeful or extremely delusional. But either or, I'll show Vision Service loud and proud. I have Albalas, as the most people. Then I have Villarban 17th, because the hype really doesn't convince me once again. Then I have newcomers, Paris BC at 16th. Then I have Zalgiris at 15th with the MVP overhauled Ignas Bradakis. Of course, I wish him the absolute best there is. Then I have Maccabi at 14th. Then I have Bayern at 13th. Then I have Bologna, who have actually made some solid moves at 12th. I have Red Star at 11th, who again made some very solid moves in the off-season. I have Baskonia at 10th. I have Armani at 9th. I have Partizan at 8th. I really like their squad. And of course, one of our own, a player that I've always absolutely loved, Alexei Pokusevski, is back there. Then I have Fener at 7th, Barcelona at 6th, Monaco at 5th, FS at 4th, Real 3rd, and I do really believe in a Greek final. I believe it is way closer than we all expect, and I do believe that this year would come above in a Greek final. And I will say my unpopular opinion. Cedi is an amazing player, Cedi Osman, but I really don't fear him. I really don't. I've openly admitted to liking players from opposite teams. Like, of course, for example, I think that Kendrick Nunn is an incredible player. He's an absolutely incredible player. And of course, I'll wait to see how Osman does here. But I really am not that crazily impressed. I think the expectations are too much in his case, but I don't want to touch on anything para-Olympiacos this season. And I think that for today, and as we head into the season, and with my proper return and the start of quote unquote season 2 of this show, I think that's it. Of course, I'll see you all tomorrow, as I said, with Gav, hopefully. Uh, and yeah, thank you all once again. I'm so hyped to see what basketball has to offer this season. EuroLeague's taking too long. Thank you all. See you in the next one.